All right, buddy. So what's your name and where are you from?
Joseph, and I'm from Augusta, Georgia.
All right. So, and I'm guessing you did all your time in Georgia, correct? You've been to the pen, you
Yeah, that's
said?
great. Well, except juvenile, like I got sent when I was younger. I like my juvenile story is kind of some crazy shit too. But I got sent to a place in Texas. It was just like a resident. It's for, like a residential treatment center. It's basically uh instead of going to YDC, kind of like a group home. Well, it's not. This was a treatment center. It was just for
And
like
this
disorder.
was, they moved you from Georgia to Texas as a juvenile
Yeah,
for it.
yeah. It was. DFAX was involved at the time. My mom had lost custody of me,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and
Sorry to
we
hear that, man.
instead of like a foster home, because me and my sister had got in trouble, had already been in juvenile. They felt that we needed treatment, so hey, one morning they just snatched us up and threw us in the handcuffed us. And first we went to this place in the woods, and that was in Georgia, and it's like it was nothing but just it was in the middle of nowhere. They basically
Was it cells?
nah, it was in the like it's this is a kind of like the intake was kind of like jail. They give you all the
Kind of like a camp kind of thing for bad kids type stuff?
yeah, but this there was no, you weren't staying indoors. You were hiking everywhere every single day.
Oh,
Like
okay,
you
okay.
had basically like a big backpack, military style backpack type deal, and you just hike through the mount every single day. And to eat hot, you had to make a fire.
See, it's wild that they shipped you to Texas though. Like they
What
don't have no
they,
damn program like that in Georgia. Keep you home.
that's what I was saying. That they didn't. I was like, I tried to run from there and everything. It was insane.
Were you and your sister kind of together throughout that little place?
They separated us in the woods. I never saw her. But when we got to Texas, that was in like a facility. It was indoors, and um, so I got to see her there. I finally got
Oh, that's good.
visitation.
That's good.
So yeah, like we were both going through it at the same time.
And how
Um,
old? How old were you?
I was 15 at when that happened. It was she was a little she was 14. No, she was 13. Sorry, she was 13. I was 15.
Okay, and you came around what time did you get back to Georgia? I'm guessing you went back
Uh,
after the program.
all that I was out in the middle of the woods for like 4 or 5 months, and then I was in Texas for 9 months. So a little over a year and some
Okay,
change.
and then what? They ship you back to your mom, or did you go
Well,
foster
my
care, or
mom
what?
went. Well, my mom went to my dad because they wouldn't give custody of my dad either because his he was staying in this beat up old trailer, and they said it wasn't suitable for us, and they still felt we needed treatment because we were little badass hellion kids.
Yeah.
But
I
they
hate hearing stories like this, man, because I had good parents and we had, even though we were a shitty house sometimes and piss poor, never
yeah.
had to go through anything like that as a child, man. And I can only imagine what type of shit that lasting effects that has on people, man. I mean, you get back to Georgia, you obviously didn't learn your lesson because you spent a lot of
Oh,
time in the pen, correct?
yeah, they even predicted that in that facility. They even said that me and my sister were most likely going to be in and out of jail and whatnot because I was like at the time it was kind of fucked up. My mom, she had failed a drug test, and they yanked custody away from her, and she attempted suicide. But then they talked to her, and like she got to doing classes, and eventually she got custody back.
But how old were you when the custody got back?
I was 16. Well, they my sister ended up having to do a few more months in the facility. They were telling us we were going to be in there till we were 18.
And your sister bad, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, she is bad.
Ah!
You might want to have her on the channel
And
because
bring Ed to come on down, man.
she done, yeah,
She been to the pen too?
yeah, she's been to the pen. She got a trafficking charge and
I
everything.
mean, I hate to say bring her on like it's like,
Nah, she would. I mean, she might come on and talk about it because she's been through some stuff
she
and
changed her
like.
life around and stuff?
See, I mean,
Ah, yeah.
she's kind of dabbling and dabbling. I'm not around her all the time, so I'm not. I'm just trying to set a good example for her because I feel like early coming up, I wasn't the best example. I was out there, you know.
Well, you know what? You lead her down to my channel, man. If she watches this, you know, hopefully she's listening to this.
Yeah.
We are more than welcome to have you over here and hear your story and help you. My audience, man, I'll tell you what. They have a thing to change people around. I've heard people in the comment section come to me and tell me that they changed someone's life completely around just by talking to them, you know what I mean? And so yeah, man, bring her my way. Ask her, you know, it might work out. But
I'll talk to her and
yeah.
what she said.
Can't harm nothing. But prayers her way, man. Hopefully she straightens up all the way. Well, what the hell landed you in prison? What was the official charges that landed you in the pen
when I went
for the
to
first
prison?
time?
I got sentenced. I was in the drug court at the time, and I caught a new charge in drug court. So I got sentenced on everything. Like, I had multiple charges. So I had intent to distribute marijuana, a burglary. But what ultimately sent me, I was in drug court, and I was giving someone a ride home that was drunk, a friend of mine, and two other people were in the car. And my tire blew out, but I was DUI. I was 1 point over DUI, but they took my blood in the hospital. And they had literally, the law had just changed. It used to be 1.0, and they had just changed it to 0.08, and I was a 0.09. And so they hit me with a felony charge on serious injury because we went to the hospital. So, I mean, they all wrote the judge.
Oh, what, you wrecked? Oh, the tire popped and wrecked?
Blew out, and I went into the ditch, and then an ambulance came.
I mean, was anybody severely injured?
Everybody lived. No one was no one was paralyzed.
They lived. That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah, everybody lived. But it was like I was trying to get this guy home he could barely walk, and sadly he died. Oh, now he overdosed.
Oh damn, man.
Yeah, but it's crazy, and he ended up. I had kind of when I got sentenced. Me and the judge had got into it because my mom passed away during drug court. I found my mom overdosed. And
these damn drugs, man, they're killing so many people, man.
Yeah, it's wild. They're dropping like flies around.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. You know, I can't even express the amount of pain I have for you, man. You know, I don't know how close you are with your mom, but shit, I know how close I am with my mom. I can't even imagine walking in on something like that, man.
Yeah, it was like me and the judge got into it because it was the day after Christmas, and I was in a halfway house. They sent me to a halfway house, drug court did, but the halfway house gave me permission to go home to visit my family that weekend, and they ended up literally 4 days after my mom died. He ends up violating me because they said I wasn't supposed to be there because I didn't tell drug court. But the halfway house told me it was all good. So, because they gave you weekend passes and whatnot, and they knew about that. And I've already had weekend passes, and so I told him sentence me, and he told me, well, you can get sentenced, but you're going to get 5 years right now. I was like, how about 5 years on probation instead of 2 years drug court?
And you're saying this is a judge?
Yeah.
No. How about this is what we're going to do, okay? How about 5 on probation?
Yeah, that's what I mean, because I felt like the drug court, I was having some severe problems.
Man, some people can't do it. Like my homeboy Grizzy, he cannot do probation, bro.
I can handle probation. It's the drug court. That shit was.
I mean, it's for the most part when I see people failing, man, it's because of weed. You know what I mean? A funky ass weed test, and
that's all I did was smoke weed and drink, and I never even got caught up on weed. It was all curfew violations because I wasn't trying to get caught up drinking, or I was my mom. At the beginning, I was visiting her in the hospital because she had an accident. And they gave me permission, but they said I kept going every day, and they were like, only go a couple days out the week. I said, nah. And at the time, the curfew violation was just a little fine, but then I kept doing it so much, they were like, oh, he ain't learning his lesson. So they started locking me up for the curfew violation.
That's crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
And this is in Georgia.
Yeah, this is in Georgia, Augusta.
Good old Georgia, man. All right, let's step foot into the penitentiary, man. Were you prepared for it? Well, let me ask you this. Were you gangbanging in prison, man? Were you just solo?
I wasn't gangbanging. I mean, I got homeboys that
Yeah.
Georgia, they got like the white boys, they got Ghostface. In Georgia, it's like, I mean, I've seen everything with how the West Coast works and everything. You like pretty much got to join a gang. Over here,
Yeah.
you ain't
Yeah.
got to join shit. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I look at dudes that join shit. I'm like, man, you just doing that because you scared.
Yeah.
Like half the time.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. And that's how it is, for the most part in a lot of places. Or they just want to be cool or down or whatever the hell.
I mean, I understand that. I understand. I'm not trying to knock anybody who joins the gang. It just wasn't for me. I had homeboys in Ghostface that were like, I got into to it with the blood one time, and they were talking about they would have had my back and shit. But I can't take orders from people like that. Like,
yeah, I mean, did they roll up on you and say, "Hey, man, you trying to ride out?"
I mean, they were just like, we had your back and some shit went down. But this dude, like it wasn't nothing with the Bloods. It's just this dude was tripping on everybody. This guy came up to me on some crazy shit, some extortion shit, talking about he was gonna chop my off. And sorry, I'm trying to withhold the language. My bad.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was a
I'll probably bleep
dude.
that out, but damn. He said,
was a little ass dude.
Tell me more about this, man.
With that dude?
Yeah, with that dude.
I was just like, this is towards the end of my bid. I went to RSET. Like, I applied for a halfway house. They said, nah, we're gonna send you to RSET, which was a little 6-month program, a little drug program that you can get early parole. So I ended up, it knocked like 6 months off my parole.
Okay, so this was at the end. So you've already done time, and this is the end.
Yeah, my whole time I never had, like, I've been in and out the system. Like, I was scared to go to prison. I ain't gonna lie. Anybody would.
Yeah, I was too a little bit. It's nervous.
Like, I'm used to the, like, being in the system. I've been to jail tons of times, juvenile. So it's not like, once you're in there, you're in there. Of course, you might have some bullshit happen, but I didn't have, like, a lot of these people talking about they done stabbed all these people. I didn't have that. I guess I got blessed and got able to go to some good cells, some good blocks, and I mean,
it has a lot to do with your personality too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
So
it's
I'm sure once you started talking to a few people, they were probably like, "This guy's all right,"
Yeah.
They know. That these sharks know who to go after, and
it's crazy. It's fucked up. I've seen some, especially being like, how it is. Like, even a white dude, like, it's majority of, like, black dudes in there. Like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And be like, sometimes they're gonna come at the white boys again, like the gangs and shit.
Yeah.
On some extortion shit.
Yeah.
But I play ball a lot too, so, like, I was cool with a lot of people. So it really, like, I'm out there fucking.
So you're good at basketball.
Yeah, I still play every day now. Like, I go, I play a couple times out the week, not every day. But.
That's what's up, man. See, I tell people all the time, if you're a white dude, you know how to play some basketball, man, you fit right in jail for the most part. Not fit right in, but it'll be a good icebreaker.
Like, this is as long as you, like, not everybody get, like, people get tried up. It's not like how, like, every single day somebody's gonna be. It's just, so you might have a little motherfucker that thinks you on some weak shit, but I ain't really, like, I got in some good dorms. I got in, like, I've heard worse. I've, like, seen people, like, in other dorms, stabbings going down, but I got blessed to that shit. Like, I didn't have too many altercations. I've been in fights. I've been in more fights in juvenile. Like, I only got into really one in the prison sentence, like, one little scuffle that this motherfucker tried to take a little swing on me and shit.
Well, that ain't bad, man. I didn't have too many altercations in prison either, man. I've seen a lot of altercations, but for some reason, it's just like they just kind of deflected off of me, man. It's just I got along with people, dude. That's all there was to it, man. I never was really doing anybody dirty, and even if I did run up a little bit of debt, they would have known I was gonna kick it to them in the right time. But still, it's like
some people try to get on some bullshit.
Yeah, but there are occasions, man, and this is why I try to tell people about prison. You can be respectful, and there's always going to be someone, regardless of how good of a person you are, they're going to test your ass, man. They're either going to try to extort you, take your kindness for granted, or, something sexually, man. Something. That's the type of shit I've seen. Believe it or not, hard to say. I mean, it's sad to say, but it is what it is. Someone will always usually test you, man. So how much time have you done altogether? I mean, well, how much? You said you did 5 years, so you got off about
crazy.
6 months short. So it was probably what, about 4.5 years on that bid?
Now I did. I caught a 20 do 12 years. He gave me 12 years initially, and then like halfway through my sentence, my lawyer. Oh well, I was trying to get her as a lawyer. But she worked with drug court. She was like one of those. She would occasionally she switched over to a private defender, but she was like a good public defender. She was well known throughout
Yeah.
the city. Like her name's Tanya. I'm not gonna like put all her, but anybody in Augusta knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But she when I got sentenced, because they were all writing the judge, she just felt like she broke me through my sentence. It was like you can go for a sentence remold as long as you go within a year and get that knocked down, because I mean that was like way longer than we thought you were gonna get. That was not like, because they were telling me I was gonna get like 2 years RSET or the most 5 years, and then all of a sudden they pulled me to court one day and were like, oh well, you got to plead guilty on the new charges or you're still getting sentenced today. So you can either go take your chances, you're still going to prison regardless. So you can either plead guilty and get it all run concurrent, or try to fight that charge and you might get 25 years for each person. I was like, what? This is insane.
All behind a DUI.
Yeah, all behind the DUI. Yeah. So he
Do not drink and drive, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, like that's like nah.
That's how my brother ruined his life, man. My brother ruined his life behind DUIs, and then his license was taken for like life because he kept driving on suspendeds.
Dang.
And then just it all piled up, man. When you ain't got a car, you ain't got a license for years.
Oh, it
shit
sucks.
is hard.
They took it from me. I have a lifetime suspension on a CDL license. I can never get a CDL. Yeah, but they took mine for 5, and I had like by the time I got out at like in 4 years, like almost 4 years, like 3 and 8 months or something. And then I still had like a year and some change to go without a license, and that shit it's tempting. Like you want to go drive.
Yeah, that's what it is. You want to go drive, and you think you won't get caught because there's so many cars out there. Who's gonna catch you?
Oh yeah,
they do though. They do. They know who to catch. So all these numbers. I'm horrible at math, man. How much time did you do on that bid? On the 12?
On the 12, it got dropped down to 5 like after a year into my bid.
Okay, over a remold is what you call it in Georgia. See, I've never heard of a remold.
It's either a remold or I have the paper. It's a sentence. Remold. It's either a remold or a recent. It's something to do with
sentence reduction.
A sentence reduction.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah.
And if they are approved, chances are you're definitely going to get a sentence reduction.
And then she argued that fact that that people involved in the car wreck. They wrote the judge, and it sucked when I went to the sentence remold. No one showed up though. They all said they were going to show up, and my lawyer is pissed. I was like, "Fuck, I'm not even going to get my shit reduced." Like no one showed up. I'm like, because one of them was locked up, and one they got money from the wreck too. They done took off. One of them went on a little binge. But
that's crazy.
I'm not like
that's crazy, man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, let me just paint this picture right here. Let me just break it down really quick, man. This man was driving drunk with some passengers. Got in a wreck. He's facing 12 piece for harming the passengers while he was drunk. Of course, it's a car accident, but they didn't harm themselves too bad. They got money for the accident. He goes to prison for a 12 piece, sentence reduction to 5 piece, all behind a 0.9 alcohol level, 0.09, and they just changed the law.
Yeah.
That's the worst luck known to man. And then, I'm just painting out destiny for you, bro. Right before you go home, you ain't had no problems. Right before you go home, you got a problem, some guy trying to extort you, say he's going to chop off some manhood and stuff.
Yeah, but look, if you saw this dude, I started laughing.
Yeah, I understand. But this is the thing. In order for you, that's almost like fate, okay? That's fate telling you don't go back. Don't go back to prison, bro. Because something like that kind of happened to me right before I was about to go home, and I thought it was going to turn into something ugly, man. And I said, man, that was just God telling me, hey, don't come back, bro. don't come back. You know what I mean? So take that as a damn message and a lesson learned, man. You know, ladies and gentlemen, don't drink and drive. Do not drink and drive, man. That's crazy. I know someone personally that was driving drunk, and he killed his best friend that was passenger seat with him. He only got 2.5 years, a year and a half suspended.
Oh, I saw another guy in there with a vehicle homicide with 5 years. And
so you never know, man. You know, you didn't even kill no one. You got 12 piece, man. They were doing you dirty, dude. But you know, also, this could have had a huge factor in it. People say juvenile shit don't mean nothing.
Oh, they bring that shit up.
They bring it up, and he had extent, a large juvenile background from what you were breaking down, and they're probably just trying to show an example, man. They're tired of your shit. You know
he said that it was, and yeah. It was the drug court had just started too, and he wanted to make example. It was a bunch of stuff at play. Me and him had got into it. Outside, like he even pulled me up after we got done with the argument about the 5 years. He pulled me up and he said he pulled me up like outside of court, and like I guess just the DA was there, like right when court was over, and he said, "Come here, Mr. Wood." He said, "Man, I heard you said fuck my drug court." He said just like that. He said, "Why don't you get some balls, son, and say that to my face?" I was like, shit, they told you already. I mean, I didn't get all buck on them. Like, I'm not.
Oh, the bailiffs went and dropped dime that you said that?
Huh? Yeah, the counselors and the counselors, because they sentenced me like my mom had just died. And I'm like, man, you just sentenced me to 90 days in jail for going home on permission. And it was like, it was crazy. I was like, man, y'all are heartless. That's how I felt.
That's a crazy ass story, man. I mean, how long have you been out now?
I've been out 4 or 5 years.
Good job, man. I'm going on 5 years myself. I mean, you working now? Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I didn't really want to talk too much about the prison scene. I just wanted to hear your story a little bit, and maybe later on I could hear a little more about prison. But look, I had a Patreon, ladies and gentlemen. I was doing hour-long, 40-minute long face interviews for people that might be facing time in prison. And I had to shut down the Patreon about 2 days ago. And you were Patreon, not for the face calls, but for one of the other platforms. But, man, I want to thank you, man. You know, even though, you know, you were paying for something, you were still over there. You know what I mean? And you were supporting me. And you were looking for, because I had one of the tiers as promotion and all that. And that's not even why you're up here. It's not for promotion. That was only just to put links up for your stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I really wanted you to just come out here, man, tell your story. Tell the people what's going on in your life. I see you're a musician, man. Go ahead and tell people where they can find you, you know?
Most of my YouTube, Instagram is just J Wood Got the Good. Not the, but DA. J Wood Got the Good.
J Wood Got the Good with DA.
Yeah. And I got a little internet business. I do a few things. You know, since being out, I've learned a lot. So, you know, I'll be dropping some stuff, you know, telling people, you know, some different opportunities, income opportunities, like I didn't know about. Like I started, like, I don't know, this last time I had a lot more time to, like, reflect with myself.
Yeah.
And, like, I tried to use it, like, you know, to better my health and, you know, educate myself some. Because I've been in and out, and that shit, it's just, you get tired. You get tired.
Yeah, you get tired,
like,
man.
And it's like, and you can only.
I mean, you're doing good now, though, man. You got music jumping. I mean, I
do Airbnb. Okay, I'm sorry.
You do Airbnb?
Yeah, I run Airbnb. I'm about to try to add another one to it right now.
Hold on now.
I do a few things.
What's Airbnb? What you talking about Airbnb, man? Let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I run. That's just one of my incomes. I mean,
what do you do though? Like, what do you?
I basically pay the rent and you rent it out on Airbnb. It's just like a hotel. You go in there. You sometimes I'll hire someone to clean it. Sometimes I might if one.
So you buy properties and you rent them out?
No, I'm not. Like, I mean, right now I don't own none of them. I just rent them. I only have two, but you pay the rent and
then you rent it out to someone else.
Yeah, renting out back on Airbnb because on Airbnb you're gonna make 3 or 4 times.
You're allowed to do that?
Yeah, it's legal. It's a rental arbitrage agreement, and because you're not a property manager. You go in, you make an LLC as you're a hosting company. You're a hosting service. You're a hospitality service. Sorry.
Okay, let's say you're renting a place for $800 a month. How much you gonna charge a person to rent to go in there?
I mean, it goes by night. It's a hotel, so you might get $100 a night. Like for that 2-bedroom, like I'm in like this one I'm about to move out of.
So the owner has to be in agreement with you.
Yeah.
So you have to come up to the owner and say, "Hey, I'm gonna be renting this for a month, but I'm gonna be renting it to someone else."
Yeah, you just you tell them what's going on, and they write it in the lease to allow you to sublease it out. It's a rental.
Wow, man.
Yeah, I started learning about that, and I just gave it a shot, and it started,
That's got to be from state to state. Some states probably don't allow it, huh?
Yeah, you gotta. From what I see, from my research, a majority of them do. I know for sure Georgia does. I know Florida does.
I bet it must be hard to find. I mean, is there a community of these people that are willing to do that, or you just?
It stays booked out. It stays booked out. Like I mean since I've been doing it. I've been doing the Airbnb about almost a year now. I think it's a year in this month.
That's crazy, man. I mean, so hold on. You got to maintain the house though for that month.
Yeah, you got to maintain it.
So I'm guessing you get houses close to you.
Of course, the landlord. I'm staying. The other one next door. This is a duplex I'm in right now. Because I got to do the floor. I just got to get the floorboards fixed. There's some stuff going on before I'm renting out because me and my girlfriend about to get a spot.
Okay.
But I've been running that one. And now I'm about to start this one back up too. But you can. I mean, I'm trying to add more to it. It's just a process. You got to have some money to furnish pay the upfront rent and deposit, and I got other stuff going on too. So
I mean, so what do you make, like a month lease or year lease with the place, or what?
Yeah, you just it depends on the landlord. 6 months lease.
Is it hard to find these landlords that are willing to do this?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that it's hard, but it's not that hard because there's a lot. It's you gotta
search,
talk.
huh?
Yeah, you just gotta go around, call places to rent, and just talk to them.
Yeah, you probably can't do it with like a really nice house or something. They probably, maybe.
Maybe. Shit. If you go on Airbnb around here, it stayed jumping. Like since I started, except when the virus hit, it kind of took a little dip, but it's crunked back up now. So
that's good, man.
They got nice ass Airbnbs. They got luxury Airbnbs. I'm trying to get it.
I love Airbnb. I've stayed in plenty of them, man. I might have stayed in one of yours.
Nah, I ain't got that many.
I'm just fucking with you, man. Hey, look.
I want to work my way up there.
You will, man. You will. You keep at it. You never know, man. And then you'll be buying your own property and flipping your own shit. You know what I mean? Not dealing with any kind of middleman.
Now, but it's just we might have to live in that first for a little bit.
Hey, you're young, dog. You're young. You got a lot of life ahead of you, man. Use it wisely. Get your dream accomplished, man. You can do it. You're already in the right path. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, if you get anything from this guy's been to prison. He went to prison over some bullshit, if you ask me. For that amount of time, especially
my record had a lot.
Yeah, but still, 12 blickums for freaking that. I mean, I understand the situation and severity.
I was in shock. I ain't gonna lie.
12 years is a lot of time for that, dude. You know what I mean?
When he told me that, I was sick to my stomach. I was like, my mom had died. My sister was on dope.
He had no remorse whatsoever for you, dude. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave everything pinned in the comment section, description of the video as always, and hopefully I'll go over there, check out his music, and if anybody needs to try to find a job or something, I mean, look, there's so many ways to make money out there for convicts, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to find it. It's crazy because I've never even heard of this kind of route, man.
I got another thing, too, that this has been longer. I've been doing this the past almost 3 years now.
It's legal, right?
Yes. I have an online store. You can check it out, truenativewear.com.
Okay.
I sell wooden watches, wooden sunglasses, and our brand of clothing. So we got face masks.
Oh, shit. Awesome, man. Yeah, send me the links to all that. I'm going to put it in the description, man.
Yeah, Yeah.
And you got a YouTube channel. You got stuff over there. Go follow him, ladies and gentlemen. Watch this man grow. I seriously think you're gonna grow, man.
You got to put that effort in, though. You know?
That's what it is, man. People don't want to put the effort in. They don't. They think this shit happens overnight. It does not, man. I mean, it's a rare anomaly, probably 1% that does like that, that happens
then
overnight.
They fall off because they ain't got grind behind it once they get it.
Exactly. They either go in debt or they can't maintain it because they got it off the whim. You know what I mean? Good point, dude. You got a good head on your shoulders, man. I appreciate you coming on and being a part of Lockdown 23-1, man.
No problem, man. I appreciate you giving me a chance to, tell a little bit of my story.
Yeah, anytime, man. Anytime. If you get any kind of new stuff happening, let me know, man. And something big happened in your life, bring you back on, give people an update. All right.
Oh yeah, and I'll talk to my sister for you, see what she says. Cause she got some pretty interesting story.
Yeah, man. I would like to hear from her. And dude, don't go back to jail, man.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Please
trying
don't,
to,
man.
You gotta stay on your P's and Q's, and like it's a major turn. Like you gotta make a major shift in your awareness. I realize that once you're like a repeat offender, because it's not like a person that gets in trouble one time and
you're walking on ice the rest of your life, man. So you either gonna change, or you can play that damn 1 foot in, 1 foot out game, and sooner or later you're gonna be fully in again, or in prison. So you got to change 100%. Got to change 100%, man. Good point. And like I said, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. You have a good rest of your what is today? Monday. Good rest of your Monday, man. And stay free, my friend.